Mm. 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 This area is the grandest looking of the lot, and not a single soldier in sight.
So probably the place. This is it, everyone. We can't let Voron treat people's lives like toys any longer. We need to put an end to his tyranny here and now. Everyone ready?
Ready.
We've come this far.
Without question.
I'm nervous, but
I know what needs to be done.
We've come for you, Volron!
Did you really come all this way, just so I could take you back over his dead body?
Bastard!
He dismissed them?
He must not think he needs them to defeat us.
Why have you been coming after me? Isn't it your ambition to become the winner of the crown contest?
My ambition, you say? I have no ambitions. Since the beginning, everything was mine to control. Everything, including your life. I'm happy to see you. What the hell's that supposed to mean? A lonely, watery grave is all the burial you shall ever deserve. And yet, it wasn't without regret that I watched you sink beneath those waves. Now, I get to savor carving the life from your body myself. So all this, kidnapping Shield, sacrificing those people, was all just for your own sick satisfaction? To help pass the time? I would not expect you to understand the tedium that absolute power lays upon you.
I've had it with your mad ramblings. What? Here to... Take you down, Volron, and free those you've enslaved!
Very well. I shall look forward to fashioning my throne from the remains of your existence. Today you will die at my hand, and I shall bask in your final desperate pleas.
Well, I look forward to disappointing you.
Here's a healing arc! First in! Here goes! Oh, Master Confiscating!
Now you see what I can do!
Mega Ray!
Infernal Torrent! Here I come!
How about a third hit?
Raging let me help! First aid!
You'll take that.
I'm on it! Take all for that freaking done here!
Die.
Power of water!
I'll tear you apart!
This is looking good.
Burn him out!
He just won't stay still! If you can draw his attention, I'll pin him down. Die.
Now!
him down. Take that.
I'm ready!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Is that it?
You're mine! Swallow Blade! Try this! Attack time!
Raging storm! What's he planning?
Leave the ensnaring to me.
This looks bad.
And
We've got to stop him!
Eat this! You're mine!
Annihilate!
Now!
Can't this world!
Eagle Fly!
Flare tornado! Tunnel! Here, let me help. First aid!
Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying just yet.
Eyes on the ground! Here it comes!
Damn it! Don't take your attention off him either!
Take this. That's far enough. It's the same.
Here's the evil! Raging cascade!
Try this!
This one!
Now I'm in the groove!
Can't this world! Reload! Tunnel! Here, let me help!
You're mine!
First aid!
Armor won't save you! This
Where
one's
are
all
you
mine!
going?
Take this.
Raging storm!
Swallow Blade!
By the
Try
power
this!
of water!
Take this.
Infernal Tornado! No escape! Burn!
Take this.
Can't this? Not on my watch!
Here I come!
Lightning
You're
hand!
finished!
Thunder
Take
hand!
this.
Infernal hand!
Die.
First aid! Can't this?
Take
Swallow
this.
Blade!
Annihilation!
Take
Swallow
this.
Blade! Try this!
Healing storm!
What is this?
Hey,
Just what I
you
need.
okay?
I can still do this. Take this.
Here's a healing
Far
orb.
enough.
I owe you. There! Swallow Blade!
Take this.
I'm on it!
Here.
Slash!
First
Try
aid.
this! Eat this! Infernal Torrent!
Here. Die.
You're mine!
Lightning orb.
Let's try!
First
I
aid.
owe you one!
Take
I'm on
this.
it!
Raging cascade. Burning here. Laser spear.
Infernal Torrent!
Freeze blade.
I can carve through armor!
I never have it.
Just like that.
Here, let me help.
Eat this!
Arc shield. First aid.
I'm on it.
Not on my watch.
Now this is enjoyable.
Take this. It's over. Lightning.
You're mine!
Here.
You're finished!
Raging cascade. Laser spear. Here's the evil.
Take this.
Freeze laser.
That's far
Water
enough.
the sapphire. Here, let me help.
Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying just yet.
Let's try harder!
I can do this all day. Lightning to death.
You're mine!
Raging cascade.
Take me. That's far enough.
Rising Wyvern!
Warp is a
You're on!
sapphire.
Here I come!
How about some
It's
of this?
over! You're mine!
Flame of fury.
Take
Storm.
that.
Laser spear. Here's the evil. Tunnel.
Try this!
Take this.
Infernal Torrent!
Here's a
Here I
healing
come!
Take this.
orb.
Enjoy. Take this.
Raging cascade.
Finish!
Here, let us
You're
go.
mine!
Where are you going? Field.
Take
More
this.
power to
Take this.
fly. Here
It's
goes.
over.
Downfall.
Take
I'm out of
this.
ammo. In
It's
here.
over! Coming here! This should do it!
I'll cover you.
You're mine!
Recover.
Slide! I'm on it!
Can't hit
Try
the
this!
guard.
Infernal Torrent! Finished!
Look sharp.
Lightning Tiger Blade! Got him! It's all over. Vol Run. Now put an end to that death procession you're holding outside. Right now! You think this is over? What? Who do you think you are?
No, that's... How can this be? If Alvin's the Sovereign, how is it possible that Volron has that crest as well?
And if Volron's the Sovereign, then what was the point of the crown contest?
After everything we've witnessed, it would seem the whole thing is a ruse.
Bow before your sovereign. What the hell are you?
How sweet your ignorance must be.
You resent not being the only sovereign. That's why you're after me, isn't it?
There is that, Alvin. But your grandest sin was unveiling the strength.
Sin? You use people as playthings. What right have you to speak of sin?
Sin is the powerful care only for domination.
We never asked for rule. No one did.
What do I care of your wants? You are but a mote just in the light.
Alvin!
I'm through taking orders from tyrants. Out of my sight! Can't move! Listen to it, you flee! Here I come! Swallow blade! Try this! Infernal sword!
Where are you going?
Here I come! You're finished!
Raging storm!
Try this!
Top field!
Everything!
Mega ray! Eagle fly! Here,
Swallow blade!
Unleash
lightning!
Searing tempest, and that's my will!
Try harder!
Flare
Nothing
tornado!
gets by me!
Swallow blade!
Raging
What? Infernal sword! You true
Arch
power!
field!
Here I come!
Confiscated!
I'm not done! Unleash lightning!
Here's a healing arc!
There!
One
I
there!
owe you one! Here I come! Here I come! Slash!
Into the lightning orb!
Out of my sight! Not today! Infinite! You're mine! It's over!
Here's a healing arc!
Thanks! Listen to it! Error! Foolish! You're mine!
Take it!
Slash!
One more! Mega ray!
Infernal torrent!
Ready and go! Too fast to keep up with! Then we'll take him together! Rinwell, follow my lead! Okay!
I'll provide cover!
First try! Finish!
I'll tear you
apart! Infernal torrent!
Raging storm!
I'm not done!
Light astral! I'm all stuffed up!
All shall bow
Annihilation!
before
Light mega ray!
Except
Here's a healing arc!
Unleash
First
rage!
aid!
Great!
Now you see what I can
do! Here I come!
now! Thunder blade!
Come on! Infernal... No! Can't... Here!
I'll tear you apart! First aid! Just
Take this!
Whoa! You alright?
Yeah!
I'll be okay.
Here! All shall bow before me! You're mine! That's yours!
Glimmer dragon!
Unleash
Here's a
lightning!
healing arc!
The flame inside me!
Do it!
In an instant! Impact block! Know your place! You picked the wrong fight!
Swallow blade!
Yield before your sovereign!
Mega ray!
Here I come! Slash!
Here's a healing arc!
It's over!
He's about to attack!
Damn it! We need to stop him! I am the true sovereign! All others shall be banished!
Here's aid! Raging vaccine!
That's freaking justice!
Try
harder!
I'll tear you apart!
Try harder!
This one's mine! Lightning condemned!
Swallow blade!
Could this be the true power of a sovereign?
What is this? You're
By
finished!
the power of water!
Rising Wyvern!
Lightning ray cascade!
Rising
Here's a
Wyvern!
healing
Got
arc!
it!
Field! First aid! Stockpile!
Take this!
Recover! Field!
Try this! Infernal
Here, let me help!
You may be strong,
Here's a
but I'll
healing
never
arc!
back down!
First aid!
Lightning!
you all down.
You'll pay for that! Here I come!
Not done yet!
Except here I come! This one's all mine!
Here's a healing art!
That is the boss.
We got the letter
I'm not done!
Raging Storm!
Here you go!
Infernal Torrent!
Now I shall be the ruler of all pain!
First aid!
Solar Blade!
Light acid raging cascade!
Infernal Torrent!
In here! Eat this! I'm just getting started!
Take this!
Here, let me help. Here goes! Take this! There!
Wretched one! No!
Everyone together!
I'll shoot him down!
Try this! Infernal Torrent! You're finished!
Tectonic punch! Here's a healing raging storm!
Here you are!
I'll finish you here and now!
Kneel before your sovereign!
Take this!
Run! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
What do you think you can do? This guy's still standing?
Victory! Throne! Everything finally belongs to me! I have seen the powers! Moves over and crushes those who call it his feet! You are next!
Is it over?
Yeah, I think so. There. We finally collected all of the Master Cores. So what do we do now?
It is said that bringing all the Master Cores together in one place should form the Renaissance.
So, now we put Xian's with the rest.
With that, we can finally free her of her thorns.
Shion. What's going on? Are we missing something?
We can't be. So why isn't it?
Alphen! Behind you!
What? Shion, are you the maiden?
What is this? Why is this happening?
What the? The Master Course!
darkness? A Dark Master Core?
The Renis Alma. It's here.
What's going on? The Renis Alma's only supposed to consist of the 5 Danon elements.
What do you think you're doing?
She disappeared?
What in the world just happened?
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun.
A month has passed. For the time being, we decided to stay put in Ganeth Haros. Even with their lord toppled, we had a long way to go before the people of Pelegion would be liberated in their hearts and Lenegus hung ominously over our heads. We knew we'd need to deal with it sooner or later. We still had so many questions. The two sovereigns, the Red Woman and the Renis Alma, the present and the past of 300 years ago. Not to mention what happened to Volron's body after his defeat. Still, we were determined to keep fighting. I had my hands full taking care of everything. But in some ways, I was kind of grateful to be so busy.
Are you all right? You looked like you were spacing out there.
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry.
You need something?
It's about that citizen's petition. I was coming to talk to you about it. If I'm being honest, I think the problems of this realm's Danans hit close to home for me.
Oh?
You saw how things were in Menancia. We might have put way too much faith in Dohalim, but at least we could still think independently. The people of this realm weren't even afforded that much basic dignity. I don't know what kind of future the people here are going to ultimately choose, but whatever it is they decide, I want to help do my part so they can make that decision of their own free will.
You mean like how the Danans and Renans of Menancia chose to remain committed to coexistence? It'd be nice if this was a step towards that dream.
That's another issue altogether. At the very least, I want to believe all our hard work will pay off in the end.
Yeah. I guess we can only focus on what we can do right now and take it from there.
I'm going to go on ahead. Would you mind talking to Shion for me? Once you're ready, we'll meet up at the castle entrance like usual. We can talk more there.
Right. Got it. Shion's been hanging out in the observatory a lot lately. Let's see if she's up there.
Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renis Alma. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are you...
Don't. It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Kisara said she wanted everyone to meet at the castle entrance.
it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one.
We better get a move on or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final Master Core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know.
I was afraid that something like this might... The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
It seems like the people here... tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
I know it's not their fault they're like that, but it's still irritating to deal with.
Are we really gonna search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point. But
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Very well.
Well,
Hey.
Pardon me.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. I must think we're just cannons from the town.
Whatever's going on, these are Volron's soldiers. Watch yourself.
I'm out of ammo! Walking orb! Go tough! Do it!
Ringler! Light burst forth!
Radiant Citizen! You don't mess around!
Certainly not.
Try this!
Tempest! More where that came from!
Mortal turret! Take this!
Trigger healing arc! First aid!
Swallow blade!
Now!
All yours, Kisara!
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't say.
Well...
Well?
How?
Oh, wow!
So then,
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy. Not me personally.
Well, either way. Solve the problem, and that's what counts.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting. But not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Geneth Heros is unlike Menencia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years, so many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die. Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemy.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves. Again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen. But treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.